Nobody wants to waste time in dating. When you're investing in someone, when you're investing in a relationship, when you're opening up your heart, you want to know that you're not ultimately going to be let down. None of us want to give our heart and our love and our time and our energy to someone just to have them turn around and walk away. Nobody wants to get emotionally tied up with someone just to have them go chase someone else. So in the beginning of a relationship, what you're asking is, what are we doing here? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my effort? If I open up my heart, is it going to be worth it? Or am I going to be hurt? Am I going to be let down again? And in this video, I want to talk about how you know the relationship is going somewhere, but not only how you establish that early on and build on that as you go along, so you know step by step that the relationship is worth investing in. I made a video earlier this week, and that video will go really well with this one if you want to check it out. But in that video, it's called How to Have the Talk. And I talk about how the talk, the what are we doing here conversation, should be had very early on. And then you check in with that as you go along. That way you're establishing step by step that you're on the same page. But in this video, I want to talk about really the first 3 months of a relationship and how in the first 3 months you establish whether you're going to be together or not, whether you're going to consciously choose to work on this relationship or not. And it doesn't really take more than 2 to 3 months to figure that out. Now, I want to say this, if you're barely talking for 2 to 3 months, then of course it's going to take a little bit longer than that. But I'm talking about if you've been consistently texting, talking on the phone, having dates, spending time on FaceTime together. Like, it doesn't take more than 2 to 3 months of consistently dating and consistently talking to discover if this is someone you really want to pursue a relationship with. And if you're letting it go more than 3 months without establishing it, like, hey, we're together, we want this relationship, and we are going to consciously work to build this together. If you're letting it go on longer than that, 99% of the time, it's just a complete waste of time. And a lot of people don't like that I say that, but I want to explain why this is so important. People say you shouldn't put a 3-month rule. Relationships need to evolve naturally. And I agree. Relationships should evolve naturally. But relationships also do follow a certain progression, and they usually unfold along a certain timeline when they're actually going somewhere. And the thing is, when you're dating, it's so important to have boundaries that you're not willing to cross. And when you get to about that 3-month mark, if this person is absolutely unwilling to make a commitment, if this person is absolutely unwilling to say, yes, I'm into this, I'm into us, I'm into our relationship, I want this to go somewhere. Yes, I want to be boyfriend, girlfriend here. I want to create a life together. I want to build that together. If you've been together with someone for 3 months and they're absolutely unwilling to explore that with you, that means they're just not that interested in the relationship, or at least they're interested in something else more. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying they should want to be with you and they're bad because they don't. I'm not saying that at all. But you need to understand that if you allow it to go on and on and on and on, without establishing that, hey, yes, we're together, we're boyfriend, girlfriend here, we're building something, we're creating something, we are into this and we want this to work. If you can't get to that place within 3 months, you're not going to get there in 5 months, you're not going to get there in 10 months. And this relationship is going to just drag on and on and on with no commitment until ultimately it just kind of fizzles out, and it's never going to end well. It's never going to end without pain and heartbreak. So how do you do this? How do you establish this? Well, as I say in the other video that I recommend you check out as well, you have to talk in the beginning. Your first date, your first phone call, when you're just getting to know each other, you establish that, hey, I'm looking for a relationship. Are you also looking for a relationship? If you're not, that's okay, but I don't want to waste my time. So I want to know that if I continue to see you and I continue to invest with you, that we both have an interest in the relationship. And then you check in with that regularly. So you check in and say, hey, how are you feeling? Are you still seeing this going somewhere? And you're giving both of you the opportunity to explore getting to know each other without saying that you're going to be together, but you have about 3 months to explore and get to know each other and learn about each other and talk to each other. But it gets to that point where it's like, okay, we've had the opportunity to get to know each other. We've had the opportunity to experience each other and learn about each other. And now we've got to make a decision, like, are we going to seriously work on this? Are we going to take this relationship seriously? Or are we not really into it? And it's okay either way. But you want to get to a place where you make that commitment with each other. That yes, we want this to go somewhere. Yes, we want this to work. Yes, we want to be together. Now, of course, there's the understanding that, look, we might go from that 3-month period to a year and realize that we're not a great fit. And that's okay too. But if you don't establish that intention that yes, we want this to work, yes, we want to be together, you don't even give yourself a fighting chance. That's what I said earlier, is that you need to have boundaries that you're not willing to let somebody compromise. Look, I've given you enough time to get to know me. We've been seeing each other for 3 months now. I've given you enough time to get to know me. If you don't know that you want a relationship with me by now, I respect that, but I've given you all the time I can. And if you can't get clear about that by now, then I need to give myself the opportunity to find somebody who does want to be with me enough that they can get clear about that in 3 months. And I know a lot of people don't like this 3-month rule, but it's such an important thing because I've seen so many people who literally wasted years of their life in relationships that just weren't going anywhere. They just were dead end. And it was obvious within the first 3 months that it was dead end. But they kept hoping and wishing that it would change, that it would get better, that it would improve, that somehow magically things would get different. And they never do. And if the person doesn't want to be with you enough within the first few months to say, yes, I want to be with you. Yes, I want this relationship to work. Thinking it's going to happen down the road is a huge mistake to make, because what you'll find is you waste a year with the wrong person. You waste 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years with the wrong person. And then what happens is you waste so much of your life in relationships that aren't going to work, is you start to doubt that love is even possible. You start to doubt that somebody will ever really love you for you, and you make all kinds of compromises that you never should have made in the first place. And your belief in yourself and your confidence and your worth and your belief in love and your belief in the reality of love and that love can really happen for you, it all just falls apart. This is a really, really important conversation when it comes to finding love, is to have enough confidence and enough courage to know what you're looking for and to not settle for less. And I want to invite you to a workshop called How to Attract Your Ideal Partner. In this workshop, we're sharing with you some really powerful tools like the one we're talking about right here that not only attract the right person, but help you create a foundation that will allow you to build a life together. And if you want to find true love in your lifetime, this is not something you should waste time in. So I'm going to invite you to take this workshop. It's free. It's available on demand. You could take it at a time that is convenient for you. But this workshop has the potential to make a profound difference, and I don't want you to miss the opportunity. So go to myconsciousrelationship.com. You can register there. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate all of you being a part of our community. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again soon.